Anyone who has walked around Loch Muick, which lies in the basin of the glen, will not be surprised to learn that this was one of Queen Victoria's favourite places. It is perhaps in Glen Muick that we begin to appreciate just why this part of Scotland was so cherished by Victoria. By its beauty and sheer scale, Glen Muick offers a setting where peace and tranquility walk hand in hand with reverence and awe. From their very earliest visits to Deeside, Victoria and Albert would regularly choose to leave the grand setting of Balmoral Castle to live here in this small bothy called Alt na Dúisigh, at the eastern end of the loch. Even after Albert's death, it was to Glen Muick that Victoria came to grieve in private, in this lodge which she had built in 1868 at the more remote western end of the loch. Named Glassalt Shiel, Lodge of the Grey Burn, it became known as the Widow's House. Her love and appreciation of Highland isolation ensuring that this would remain Victoria's paradise, in happy times and in sad. And it's from Glen Muick that we can start our ascent of Lochnagar, one of Scotland's great mountains, and said to be the present heir to the throne, Prince Charles's favourite Scottish mountain. Queen Victoria climbed Lochnagar within a week of arriving at Balmoral on that historic first visit, so that she might get the best possible view of her new estate. But as on all Scotland's mountains, sudden and dramatic changes in the weather can quickly make Lochnagar a temperamental and dangerous hill. Lord Byron, the Aberdeen-raised romantic poet, wrote of the mountain, "Shades of the dead, have I not heard your voices rise on the night-rolling breath of the gale? Surely the soul of the hero rejoices, and rides on the wind o'er his own Highland vale. Round Lochnagar, while the stormy mist gathers, winter presides in his cold icy car. Clouds there encircle the forms of my fathers, they dwell in the tempests of dark Lochnagar." And the mountain was also to be the subject of a later literary work, when a 21-year-old Prince Charles wrote a story for his younger brothers, Andrew at the time aged 9 and Edward aged 5, entitled The Old Man of Lochnagar. Produced as a book and later turned into a play, it told of how the old man had tried to get to London by train, but was held up at Aberdeen when snow blocked the track. Secretly he was rather pleased, wrote Charles, for he hated leaving his cave and his friends who lived in the hills around him. The old man couldn't think of anywhere more special to be than living at the foot of Lochnagar. In his book Discovering Aberdeenshire, Robert Smith, local historian and author, wonders if Prince Charles might not have been putting into words how he himself felt about leaving Victoria's dear paradise.